is up, everybody? Welcome back to G motherfucking G.
GG's, baby. What's going on?
You know the deal. Happy Thursday or Wednesday night if you're a late night listener. I know we have a couple late night listeners I've gotten messages from. But, actually, no, it's officially Thursday. But, everybody, round of applause. We have a college graduate in the studio tonight. Whoop,
Yeah,
whoop.
almost. When this comes out,
Oh, that's Here Comes the Bride.
it's here comes it's do 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 do. As of right now, when this comes out, I'll be in Los Angeles
Yep.
doing on my influencer ting. Just kidding. I will be
City
graduating.
Of Angels.
Yeah, really.
Whose parties are you gonna go to?
Oh, all my chicks out in LA, all the influencer chicks. Alex Earl, if she's out there.
Are you going to David's?
Yeah, I think I'm going to David's.
How about Yay?
Yay?
Yeah, that's what the friends call him. You going to Yay's?
I think he's legally Yay, but no, I will not be going to Yay's.
All right.
Nice job trying to trap me.
John Legend?
I don't know. Him and I kind of had a falling out.
Other John?
John B?
Yeah.
Who's other John?
I don't know. I just wanted to see which celebrity came into your head the fastest.
I got a lot of weird stuff going on in my head after last night. Or I guess after Tuesday night, Monday night.
Whoa, what was
Met
going on?
Gala night. Met Gala.
Oh, you want to talk about the Met? Oh. Well,
actually, I got to preface this first. The reason that we're recording tonight instead of last night is because Kat texts me, "Hey, can we record on Tuesday? Monday is Met Monday. It's my Super Bowl."
Yep.
I was like, and honestly, like it took me. I was like, my first reaction was like, the Mets are playing on Monday. Like, why? You're not like a baseball person. And then I remembered last week we were talking about the Met Gala, and I was like, I don't care about the Met Gala.
I also sent it on a Saturday night, so like you were probably out, and I was just like, hey, the Met Gala is Monday.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah. Either way, let's talk about this because I saw some heinous shit.
I think this is great because we have both sides of the Met. So if you have zero interest in it or you watch every single second and we're watching 3 live streams at once like I was, you get that side of it too. So we'll find it at a happy peanut butter and jelly sandwich medium.
This is GG's, the two perspectives. I don't care. I want to know. I want to know why people were so obsessed with cats at this year's Met Gala.
Okay.
Doja Cat acted like a cat,
Yep.
and Jared Leto dressed up like a cat, and it was very realistic.
Right. So I think somewhere in the invitation, it said we're honoring Cat. Everybody dressed like Cat, but spell check just autocorrected to C-A-T and not K-A-T.
Damn it.
So everybody
Fuck.
missed the mark. I was expecting everyone to be blonde, tan, look cute, fun, bubbly. And we got
Keep
animal
going.
cat. So that's just from like AI needs to get its shit together. ChatGPT messed that one up. But
Nice. Honestly, I didn't think of that. Good one.
Thank you. So the real reason is because the entire theme, every year there's a theme that you're supposed to like make your outfits like fit under this theme, even though some people do to a T and some people will just completely ignore the theme and do whatever they want. It was honoring Karl Lagerfeld. Lagerfeld or Lagerfield? Karl Lagerfeld. I'm going to say. I'm going to go with it's Feld, but I'm not 110% confident.
We'll just call him Carl.
Iconic fashion designer so all of like the different big high fashion brands, they call them houses. And like a lot of times, like people like him will jump from house to house. So he's worked at like so many different companies. And for a long time, he was working with Chanel. So there was a lot of Chanel on the carpet this year because he worked there for so long. And like people would be re-wearing designs that he had made and stuff like that. So it was just honoring his legacy because he passed away in this last year.
Oh, okay. I was going to ask if he
had a cat that he was absolutely obsessed with, and he would make designs after, and he would bring the cat to shoots and fashion shows. And like, I think every single fashion show he like had somebody that he would like say that their design was the name of his cat was like the design. So that is why there were lots of kitty cats on the runway. I am a little confused, though, and surprised that his actual cat didn't get brought. Like, why wasn't that on the steps? I thought that was, like, the most obvious thing that was going to happen was that they would bring the cat in front of all the cameras. Like, that surprised me.
Is the cat alive?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. The cat should have been there.
Yeah, and the cat was at a lot of people's fittings. Like, there were so many videos, like those archive-type videos of all of these celebrities that are going, like, with his cat at their fittings. So, I'm confused that the cat wasn't there. It's a little weird to me, but there were a lot of other cats in its place.
What did you think of Jared Leto's thing? I thought it was so honestly, when I saw the photos, I thought it was photoshopped. And then I saw videos of him, and I was like, this is not real. What the hell is going on?
My thing with it is, like, this is the most him thing ever. This is what he does. He's like he's always very costumey and over the top, and like what the theme is, he is quite literally that. Like, if the theme is
he took
like,
it very literally. This time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like,
it was a cat.
Yes. My thing is, like, if you're gonna wear the cat suit, you rock the cat suit. You don't do a costume change in the middle of the set.
Oh, he switched?
Into a completely different outfit. He lost the whole cat suit. And then
there's
just assistants carrying around the cat head up the rest of the stairs. It's like, if you're going to be the cat, you be the cat the entire time. You make everyone wonder who's under the cat suit. You don't get to do two outfits. Like, I get it if your costume, like, changes a bit. You don't put on a cat suit and then take it off for a total different
if this was
outfit.
Taylor Swift, you'd be like, that was iconic. She's a queen.
No, but it's
true.
It's different. It's different. Like the way Zendaya did it a couple years ago. She like had like a dress and then it turned into Cinderella, or like Kylie Jenner's was like a cape robe and then she took it and it was the train of her dress. Like, he was quite literally in like an Party City costume that like you will see at every single frat party on Halloween next year. Like, you don't take that off and then have a totally different outfit that's so unrelated underneath. Like, I didn't like that. I'm like, you gotta stick to one. This poor girl's carrying around the cat head in the background, which leads me to another question. I would love to know, for all these people that are doing outfit changes or adjustments on the red carpet, there's this group of guys that are doing all of it to these people's outfits. Do they get trained? Do they get a dress rehearsal? How do they know what parts of the dresses to unhook and change and peel off? I need to know that.
No, they definitely have a. But
so many of these outfits
a tryout
aren't done until right before they step on the carpet. And those guys are like, they are the A-team. I give them the credit in the world. They don't get credit. I haven't seen anyone credit them, but they always know what to do with people's outfits and to fix their dresses and help them up the stairs. And then if they are shedding and they're taking a wig off, like, they always know. And I applaud it.
What did you, I got to ask really quickly.
Okay.
Because I think it should be in the first 10 minutes. What the hell? My skin crawled at the video of Doja Cat talking to Emma Chamberlain. Why? Like, what a weird bit to commit to. Like, why go with that?
It was so hard to watch. So hard to watch. And I
honestly, I said to my friends, I was like, I want to skin myself.
Yeah.
I want to skin my own body after watching that video because it made me so uncomfortable.
I do understand that. I do. I hear you. I think if somebody else did that, they wouldn't have just meowed. I think Doja Cat just hates interviews and saw an escape and took it and ran with it. I don't think it was her being committed to the bit. I genuinely think she just didn't give an F about answering any questions, that she just meowed her way out. And honestly, I'm going to start using that whenever my parents are like, so Kat, like, what's the life update? Like, where are you going to get a job? Meow.
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. I cannot stand that video. We're not meowing at all this episode.
Oh my God. Like, claps for Emma Chamberlain.
I know. She did such a good job.
First of all, handled that interview tremendously. Second of all, I genuinely think she is the only person that was working on camera at the Met Gala that understood the assignment. Last year and this year. She knows how to connect with them. She knows how to ask the right questions that actually matter, that the fans are actually interested in. She makes every single interview go viral, and she's just like a pleasure to watch. I literally watched 3 to 4 different streams in different interviews, and I wish I could fire everybody else. Everyone else was horrible. So bad.
Oh, wow. All right. You think you could do a better job?
I'm not saying I could do a better job. I just would
No. I don't even mean that backhand. I mean, like, because you have on TV, like, interviewing
I will
history.
say, like, there were things being asked that I was like, I would quite literally never ask that. I would never respond that way. I'd never be standing there like that. But I also don't know what it's like to be in that environment where you're, like, fighting elbows for the other camera space and, like, being in front of those people. I probably wouldn't even be able to speak. But I just would think that the highest house fashion brands and Vogue would have interviews and, like, would train their interviewers a little bit better. Emma's performance as an interviewer just goes to show that the traditional route of doing things is BS and you should take your own route, because she probably has the least amount of interviewing experience out of every single person that was in her shoes at the carpet, and she did the best job by miles.
Well, I think that people like to see someone who reflects them. And I think that she's like everybody. Like, I mean, I think we all would react in a way like her. Mm-hmm. I think I got to point it out. I thought her and Jack Harlow's interview was great again this year. Well, obviously not as good as last year's. But when he says, yes, ma'am, I mean, he's got so much riz. He's just man.
like I was like, oh. Like, it had the effect of, he wasn't even looking at the camera, but I was like, he's talking to me. It had that effect.
He's just the man. Like, he just has these things that he just pulls out. I don't know. But I do think she did a really good job. Also, she's just the GOAT. She's my queen.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
Who do you think was best dressed?
How do you even say anything bad about her? You don't. I would love to know what their conversation about the interviews was behind closed doors, because, like, they both got interviewed on Jimmy Fallon about it, but obviously the way that they're going to respond knowing an audience is watching is different than, like, them talking about it in person. Like, I would love to know if they, like, saw each other at a party and they're like, we got to up our Met interview this year. Like, we got to do better.
Yeah, I wonder. That is, I'm sure they have talked about it. Who do you think was best dressed? Just quickly. I mean, I saw Madeline Klein. And I'd never really found her, like, crazy, crazy attractive like everyone else. But I saw her, like, a video of her today and was like, holy shit.
Really? Because that's interesting to me, because I didn't even think this was, like, her hottest look that she's done on a carpet.
Really?
Yeah. I thought it was, like, the most, like, fashionable, but not, like, her hottest look. So that's interesting to me. I'm not going to get over Dua Lipa. She was in a vintage Chanel wedding dress. And she opened it up. And it's just, like, Dua Lipa, like, she was always, like, up there, but this past year she's just said, I'm that girl, and she period. So,
well, there's a couple girls that do, but I feel like we have the same, like, 3 girls that do this every single time. It's Margot Robbie, Sydney Sweeney, and Dua Lipa. Like, they'll go out on a red carpet and everyone's like, holy shit, oh my God.
I actually didn't love Margot's look, which is surprising because I love everything she does.
See it.
Yeah, I mean, Kylie Jenner just looks straight up hot, like just a rocket. And I'm like so proud of myself. I feel like I'm a freaking Jenster. The minute I saw her doing an interview, I was like, Kylie's tipsy. I can tell. Because she only, like, starts to giggle during interviews if she's, like, had a shot. And before they walked the carpet, Kim did a live stream interview. And she said, like, I did a shot with my sisters. And then when they got to the top, they did another one, and they just, like, had the giggles. And then she was dying laughing at Emma Chamberlain. I'm like, oh, my girl Kylie is in one. And then Emma's like, what are you looking forward to? And she's like, just having some tequila. And I was like, oh, she's turning up tonight. Like, I love it. But I knew the minute I saw her, like, even giggle a little, I was like, oh, she's turning up tonight.
I saw Kim and Pete were talking. That's the only thing I saw about them. So they can restart those rumors again.
I will say, like, seeing him alone by himself, I was just like, where did all the fascination come from? Like, this is who we're all tripping over.
Wow, damn. I thought it was sick that he was alone. I don't know. I think that's badass.
Yeah, but I was just like, he's just an average Joe. That's how I felt. Like, I was like, oh, the exes, he looks a lot hotter standing next to Ariana and Kim.
All right. Well, you know what? That's sad. You're right.
My closing statements. Shout out to Kim for going alone for her first time ever. That must have been really hard. Proud of her.
Oh, my God. Shut up.
It was her first time going alone. Like, she was married.
She's
and
Kim
then, like,
Kardashian.
latched on to Pete because, like, he was the rebound. And, like, going alone for your first time is scary. I feel like the Kendall Jenner and Bad Bunny thing came out of nowhere, and now it's all in everyone's faces. Very, very interested that it felt like Gigi Hadid went with the Kardashians, and Bella was nowhere to be found. I'm just going to guess maybe she's pregnant. No reason to think that. No inside sources. I just don't know why Bella wouldn't be there. And Gigi was very clearly there, like, with Kendall. And I'm like, I feel like Bella Hadid's pregnant. Rihanna showing up late was sad. Zendaya not showing up at all broke my heart into a million pieces. Blake Lively not being there was just absolutely treacherous. I am already waiting to see what she's going to do next year. Patrick Mahomes and his wife were invited. What are your thoughts on that, Mr. Sporty?
I hate Patrick Mahomes' wife, but I love Patrick Mahomes. God, his wife fucking sucks. Also, his brother's like a bad guy. I think he has allegations.
Huh?
I think his brother has allegations.
Patrick's?
Yeah, I think Jackson.
No.
Yeah.
What?
I think he was like trying to make moves on some restaurant waitress or some shit in the back of it, and it like went sideways.
Was there a video? I feel like I remember a video of this.
This was like a thing I feel like a month ago. But I'm praying on his downfall, Jackson.
Well, this was their first one, and I don't know. I was surprised.
How did they look?
I just don't want to talk about it because I just don't have nice things to say.
That's fair enough. My final take is I was also sad to see Zendaya and Tom Holland weren't there because I love Tom Holland.
I'm not done with my final takes.
Yeah, keep going.
Interesting that Giselle was there and Tom Brady wasn't, but Patrick Mahomes was.
Tom's probably happy he doesn't have to do this shit anymore.
Yeah, but you can't act like he doesn't like it. Like, he likes this shit. He's going into broadcasting. Like, he likes this shit a little bit. I just think it was interesting that Tom wasn't there and Mahomes was. I know it's probably...
Where's Drake? Like, where's Drake? He's never at this shit.
Wasn't there.
I think it's because you can only bring a +1, right?
Not everybody even gets a +1.
Well, he would, obviously. But
yeah.
like...
What? He can't bring all 6 of his girlfriends? No,
I think he just like wants to bring all his guys. And I don't think he can.
He's definitely been in the past, though. He's Drizzy. Well, Drizzy wasn't there. Taylor Swift wasn't there. Selena Gomez wasn't there. The Biebers weren't there. I will say, all in all, this felt like the least exclusive and regal Met Gala that there's been in the last, 5 years.
Who was someone that was there that surprised you that they got the invite? Like, were any TikTokers there?
It honestly kind of surprised me more the people that didn't go. Like, Addison Rae was there last year and not this year.
Yeah, but she's kind of fallen off.
I was very shocked that it was Paris Hilton's first Met Gala. That was stunning to me because I don't feel like right now she's the biggest that she's ever been. And usually when you get invited, it's when you're, at the peak of your career. So that surprised me. Khloe and Kourtney Kardashian not there. Kris Jenner not there.
Wow.
It felt like, I genuinely felt like it was the least wow Met Gala there's been in a while. A lot of the it people were not in attendance.
So did you watch the stuff that happens once they get inside, or do you just watch the red carpet?
No, you can't. That's not broadcasted. It's not like an awards show.
So you just watch people walk down the carpet?
100%, and then they all end.
How long did it go for?
3 hours.
That's psychotic. That's not real. I'll never get that, Kat. I won't. I know.
It's the fashion. It's the who's who. It's the what's what. This is like running backs and running and touchdowns for you. It's the same thing. It's the same meaningful impact. When someone said, Kim just popped on the screen, I was like, oh, like it was like a Hail Mary pass. Like that's the effect it has.
Where was this, in New York City? Do you know where?
The Metropolitan Museum of Art. The same place it is every year.
That would make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know where that is in the city, but a lot of commotion around town is what I think.
It's toward the mid to bottom of Central Park. The side. If you drive,
So
like, you could
nowhere
get in
near
a
me.
taxi and drive right by it.
Yeah, I feel like I saw videos of people like, I drove by it right when Kim Kardashian was getting
Yeah,
out
I
of the
saw
car.
that one too. I saw that one.
I was like, who gives a You know what? Maybe we should all be like Drake and stop going to this shit. I'm kind of down with Met Gala. No offense, Kat. I know that you like it, but like, there's not a lot of value to it.
It was fun for me, but no, I wasn't shook to my core at any moment.
Did you cry? Did you cry at any point?
I didn't cry. The last time I cried was Patrice Bergeron and Brad Marchand hugging after the Bruins lost. That's the last time I cried.
Let's go, No, I'm just kidding. Rangers lost last night.
Yeah. Oh my God, both of our teams.
Well, and the Kings.
I was like, you picked them and the Kings, but I told you to pick the Rangers and me to pick the Bruins, and
yeah, how'd that go? Thanks for the insight.
So I have a question. Speaking of, so I wasn't really like obviously like I'm from Boston, like I'm a Bruins fan, whatever, but I wasn't like, whoa, all in, until like a week or two ago. I was like, let's go Bees.
Yeah, when you got the free tickets.
But it made me a diehard Bruins fan for 3 days. And I almost wish I didn't, because then I wouldn't have faced the heartbreak that is a losing city of ex-champions, Boston.
I mean, I got to tell you, and I'm pissed I didn't say it last week because I didn't really know what was going on with the Bruins, but one of my friends was telling me about how they had like that record-breaking season.
Yep, they broke every single NHL record.
This happened with the Warriors, where like they had this season where they broke the record for most wins. But when you're chasing a record like that all season, or like if you're closing in on it and you're like, oh, we're going to try to break this record, which I'm sure that was in their mind going into like the second half of the season or wherever, like then you're
probably
putting
the last 10 games.
Yeah, whatever. So but 10 games is a lot of games. So the last month, almost the last month of the season. So that takes so much energy out of you that like a lot of times you come into the playoffs already gassed. That's what happened to the Warriors when they had the season where they broke the record for most wins in a season, then lost. Like, I mean, that it kind of makes sense that it happened to the Bruins. It's too bad, but I mean that if I was a betting man, I probably would have betted that they wouldn't have won the whole thing, because like, I mean, it takes so much out of you where everyone else is sort of like prepping.
Because I think the Bruins had the most people pick them to win the Stanley Cup than any other team.
Well, yeah, I mean, of course. I mean, Vegas is still going to favor them, but like, I think that there's something to be said for like breaking a record like that and like the toll that it takes on a team. The Bruins, they had a tough week. This is sort of going into. Do you have anything else that's for the girlies?
Well, I have an important question to ask now.
Ask me. Yeah,
my team that I love so dearly, their season's over, and I had a lot of fun the first 7 games of the playoffs. So I need to ask, how do you feel about me just switching teams of who I'm cheering for?
I mean, like, I think that you can do it on like a series to series basis. Like, you should have a team in each series that you're rooting for, but you can't be like posting on like your Instagram being like, oh, I'm so happy that they won. Like, you can't, because I know you, like, you'll repost some shit being like, so happy for the Devils. It's like, no, like, you should pick teams within each series that you're rooting for, but like, no, you don't get to just like be a complete fan for another team. That's messed up.
I can't go to the games.
Well, what games did you go to?
I don't know. It's just a hypothetical question. If I
Devils
could go to
are
the
the only
games,
ones
I'd probably just pick the closest team.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's fair.
Can I go to the Stanley Cup parade if they win?
No. unless you're conveniently in that city, but no, don't travel out of the way to go and celebrate. You're not a fan. Ugh. That's a psychotic thing to do.
Okay. I was just having a lot of fun. Okay. And I feel like men say you can't do that, but then hypothetically they do it when they're betting. They do the same thing and then they root for another team. So it's like,
they don't go to the Stanley Cup parade.
Well, they might. You never know where you're going to end up, where the cup's going to be. You don't know. I'm just saying, hypothetically, can I jump on another team's bandwagon?
Yeah, I guess you can, but I mean, like, if you go a little, like, you can't like them more than your original team. And you can't act like you've been with them for a while. You have to acknowledge your bandwagon.
This sounds like everything you're describing describes like a second boyfriend. Like, this is your second boyfriend. You don't love them as much. You're not together as long. You can't.
Jesus.
All right. Next.
Damn.
Speaking of playoffs, so Ryan Whitney of Spit and Chicklets went viral for basically a clip of him saying men can't wear jerseys. And everybody who knows me, who's ever watched a minute of my content, knows I hate when boys wear jerseys. I think it's so cringe. Yes, I think it's so cringe. I think it's like
to games?
Like very demanlying. Just anywhere, any environment, especially not to a game. And he was just like, it's cringe, like men shouldn't be doing it. Of course, men are pressed in the comments, right? So I've developed my take a bit further, a step further. And this is my clause with it.
Okay.
Men shouldn't be wearing another man's jersey if the player is younger than he is. That is my line.
That's so dumb. That's so dumb.
That's my line. It's cringe. It's cringe for like fathers to be rooting for a 19-year-old on a team that they've never met in their life. I think it's cringe.
Well, now you're calling. So for them to root for them, that's an even bigger issue. You're pulling.
No, I'm saying wear a jersey. You can root for them, but wearing a jersey of a boy like less than half your age, it's cringe. Me and my friends have said this to the like clip. We will say this to the day we die. Like if like there's like a cute boy in a bar, she's like, never mind.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Please clip this and put this on TikTok. Just your take right there. You're gonna get absolutely flamed
by a bunch of men whose profile pictures are them in jerseys.
No, not even the jersey thing. Just like they
can do it. They can do it. I'm just saying they shouldn't expect to walk home with a girl that night. That's what I'm saying.
What do you mean? There's a lot of jerseys that look cool. Like a baseball jersey isn't that bad. Hockey jerseys aren't bad. Football jerseys not bad.
I'm not saying they don't look cool. I'm saying your Riz machine is just turned off if you put on a jersey of somebody that is younger than you, especially if you're not going to the game. You just shut off the Riz for the night. It's a boys' night. No girls.
That's cap.
It's not cap at all. I guarantee you, every attractive girl agrees with me.
No way. If I throw on my LA Kings jersey and I go out, I'm killing it.
It's also different if the game's on versus not on.
No, I'll go out. Well, yeah. If there's a game, you should never wear it unless
you're 22 years old. I'm talking about 40-year-old fathers.
Well, most of the time, 40-year-old fathers aren't picking up chicks in a bar.
They try. And they don't because they're in the jerseys.
I'm just saying. Yes, I just don't like the idea that like you age out of something like that. That's so dumb.
We should age out of a lot of things. I think there should be age limits on things. Like certain places and experiences in driving cars. There should be an age where you get too old for that.
All right, wow, this is becoming a much bigger thing. I'm going to go with you're wrong. I think that people should be allowed to root and wear whatever they want to support
their team. They are allowed
to.
I'm just saying. I'm letting you know. You're getting no cheeks that night. You're welcome, men.
But basketball jerseys look like shit with the white T-shirt under it. I hate that look.
Oh, exactly. Okay, thank you.
No, that's a bad look, but I don't think baseball jersey's bad. I don't think hockey jersey's bad. Football's not bad.
You're not getting this. You're moving
I'm
on.
No,
because you're not getting it. You're just you're like, Cat hates jerseys. Oh my God. No, I'm just saying, if you want a girl to think she wants to smooch you, don't wear a 16-year-old's jersey when you're 29. That's all. Move on.
For the guys, Steph Curry and LeBron James are meeting again for what people are saying is probably the last time. Kat, are you excited for that at all?
I'm so excited. We are.
Who are you rooting for? Steph or
Curry
LeBron?
With the shot boy. 360 with the wrist boy.
All right, who are you rooting for?
Stephon Curry.
That's correct.
Yep.
I think the Warriors.
Because winners root for winners.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say the Warriors beat the Lakers in 5 or 6. Actually, I'll go 6 because I want a good series. But, and even some breaking news that I'll explain to you. So the Lakers and LeBron just got done playing the Memphis Grizzlies. And the Memphis Grizzlies had this player.
That's the first time I've ever heard of that team.
Okay. The Memphis Grizzlies had a player named Dillon Brooks, who...
Brooksy.
He continuously was just like an ass to LeBron. Like, was like just so argumentative. Was like pushing him. I think he like hit him in the nuts. Like just an instigator the whole series.
Someone's
and the series...
do it.
No, it was
Someone
like...
needs to toughen these basketball players up. Give them a little shove. Imagine checking was allowed in basketball. It'd be way more fun to watch.
This is what we call a hockey girlfriend, everyone. Moving right along. So
and you could say football, too. If they don't know. Manly sports. Okay, keep going.
Yeah, why don't you look at LeBron James and tell him he's not manly?
I'm just saying it would be a little more fun if he was just hip checking people like into the crowd. That would be electric.
Okay. We're not going to go into how you would change basketball. Either way, the series ends, and number one hated player in the league, Dillon Brooks. His contract's up for negotiation. I think from the way that he acted, he thought that he was a lock to stay in Memphis, like he really wanted to stay in Memphis. Memphis releases news today. They absolutely will not be re-signing Dillon Brooks. He is not going to get picked up by a team because of the way that he just acted in this playoffs. Like, I think he's going to end up like playing in China. Like, I think he's going to get out of the NBA.
Is he
like,
good?
I don't think. No, he sucks. That's the thing. Like, he's not good.
Well, if you're not good, you can't be a shitty person too. You got to pick one or the other.
He said like somebody asked him in a press conference, like, "What do you think of LeBron?" He was like, "Oh, I don't respect him at all. Like, he's like old. Like, he's got to give me 40. Like, and then I'll give a shit." And then the Lakers went and beat them by 40. Like, I mean, the guy sucks. So, I mean, I would say Dillon Brooks is down bad. I'm excited to see what Steph Curry and LeBron do. We'll talk quickly about NHL.
Oh, finally!
My Rangers just lost last night to the Devils in OT. I did not watch the game. Or not OT, but they lost in Game 7, and I didn't watch the game because I don't care about
That's actually
NHL.
crazy.
But
what did you do last night?
Watch Suits instead. I love that show. Have you seen that show?
No, we've been over this. We don't do the same shows.
Yeah, that's true. All right. So it's looking like, from a person that doesn't watch hockey, that we're in for a really good hockey playoffs because we have 2 Game 7s already, and this is me trying to pull it together.
Just 2.
And I'm thinking I'm going to take the New Jersey Devils all the way because they have that young kid who I've seen on TikTok a couple times, and he's hot.
You can do it.
What's his name?
You can do it.
It's Jack something.
Yep.
It's
got
Fitz
it.
something.
You
Jack
got
Fitz
it.
something.
Mm-mm.
Fitz.
Nope.
It's not Fitz.
Backwards? Mm-mm.
Backwards?
Yep. We have the Jack. You got this. You can do it.
It's Jack. Well, I want to say Fitzgerald, so is it just Jack
Nope.
Gerald?
Nope.
Can you just fucking tell me?
No, you know it.
I don't. I'm thinking Jack Fitzsimmons.
Nope, no Fitzy. There's no Fitz.
Jack Pon
H.
Hughes. Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes is an electric player. He is the new.
Wait, I didn't even realize. Did you say he's hot?
Yeah, that's a joke. Jack Hughes is hot. Clip that. I actually don't really know what he looks like. I think if I'm thinking of the right guy, would you say in an unbiased way, would you say he's good looking?
Him and Jake were roommates.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What the fuck, really?
He's a year younger than Jake, and they both played on Team USA together. And so Jack would get called up, and like when he would get called up, they were roommates together.
So I'm gonna root for him for the rest of this series.
Have you seen his interviews? His interviews go so viral.
Really? Why? Because he's hot?
Because he's just like, he basically just speaks to the media the way that all the players want to speak to the media, but like just won't. Like basically he's just like, I don't really want to talk to you guys. We just got smoked.
That's gas.
And like
Gotta
other players just
like
like can't do that. So
isn't he like sick? He's very good, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
he's
this
very
kid's a beast. He's going to take them all the way. For the guys, Girls, am I right? We all like them. I got nothing.
Do you?
I was well, Jack Hughes is hot. No. Besides that, let's do a little update. It's back to single summer.
Oh, so uncuffing season is still going.
Oh yeah, is that what I said last week? I don't remember.
Yep. You declared it was uncuffing season 2 days before my anniversary, which was a little bit of a nail biter. But I made it. I didn't get dumped. Thank God. I was a little nervous that you were going to convince him to break up with me. Thank you for that.
It's uncuffing season still. There's still time.
What's the date that you should be totally free? Yes.
Oh, you got to be free by whenever this episode comes out. It's game time. Honestly, June 1st. June 1st.
Day?
No. Let's just do June 1st.
That's a good day.
I like June 1st. I don't know. I feel like that's the real beginning of the summer.
All right. Would you say that is when demon mode starts?
Oh, demon mode's been going on.
Oh.
No, I just think like it's definitely single summer. I took the last couple of days, more like the last couple of months, and realized that it's being single's lonely and sad, but it's all we got. clip that. But I mean, like if you're in a relationship and it's going poorly and you're a good-looking girl who's funny and likes to hang out, break up with your boyfriend.
You can just say my name. It's fine.
No, not you. If you're a good-looking, funny, pretty girl and you're in a committed relationship. What if I just started naming shit about you?
No, you would have just said negative things. Who are you
That's
targeting?
True.
Let's just put it out there.
All the girls that are on the fringe. All the girls that are on the fringe right now.
What's the
that
fringe?
will be happy. All the girls that are like unhappy in their relationships.
Oh, I thought that was like a new version of Hinge. Like I thought it was like a friendly Hinge. I was like, whoa.
I would say it's time to let go, and it's time for you to have some I would like to come out of the summer with a girlfriend.
Oh,
like
not yet.
I'm looking for love this summer.
Oh.
But I'm also looking for not getting sad. So, we're going to take it easy, but we're also going to take it hard.
Take it slow.
So we're sort of going two different speeds this summer.
Okay.
It's more like I have no plan, but I would like for every girl that is nice and pretty and funny to get out of their relationships with their boyfriend. I don't care how good they are, and just come hang out in New York City with me. I'm using the podcast as a platform to get girls.
I'm literally just say her name, Oz. Like, just say it.
I don't have, honestly, this is the first time in a while where I don't have anybody on the horizon.
No one specifically.
No one specific. All ties have been cut. Like,
really?
Anyone previously, there's no. So it's kind of exciting.
Can you just give us one inside scoop to Oz's life? You haven't given one in a while.
I'll tell you exactly what it's like to date in New York City at the age of 22. And it's like this in any big city. This is what it's like to date when you're 22 years old. Or not date.
This is good because I didn't get to. I just skipped right over 22. So inform me.
Yeah, you're basically like, what, 25, 26?
Can you relax? Oh, my God.
I feel good today. I'll tell you exactly what it's like to try to date at 22. You talk to someone, you start hanging out, and the second that it hits the fifth or sixth week, it falls apart. That is what I'm realizing is what it's like. Every single person.
What makes it fall apart?
Because the second that hits fifth or sixth week, you're outside of a month, there's this aura of seriousness that then comes, and then it falls apart.
And
I think it's
when boys love to take a girl right up to when you think they're gonna ask you to be your girlfriend and end it right there out of nowhere.
No, stop, because it's the other way around.
It's
the other way around. I feel like girls are doing that more these days. I do. I'm fine with it. I get it. Everyone needs their independence. That's fine. You do you. But it's like,
did you drop a What
But
are
stop.
we, bomb?
No, actually I've not done that yet. Like I haven't done that in New York City at all because that freaks me out. But it's like, don't at like if you're just gonna drop out at week 5, don't act like you're my girlfriend for weeks 3 through 3 and 4.
Tell him.
I'm just saying, like
Say
that's
it.
kind of like all of whatever. You know what? I'm just saying, like I don't think it's the most chill thing in the world to be like
Not chill.
I'm telling you, some people, and it's not just me. This is a very universal thing. It's like you hang out like 2 weeks, then the third week, you guys like third or fourth week, you guys start to like really get comfortable around each other, and then boom, it just vanishes. And I'm kind of getting used to it now. So, like more recently, when stuff like this happens, I'll get around to like week 5 and be like, text my buddies, like, I'm on a 10-day contract. Like, this shit's going to be up soon. The funniest thing is my friend and I were like, we're both like hanging out with these girls, and we were talking, and I was like, I don't know, like maybe like who knows where this will go. Like, but like, you know, it's fun right now. Like, so I'm just having fun. And he was like, honestly, dude, like in 10 days, I could see these girls absolutely fucking hating us or like wanting nothing to do with us.
And that's exactly what happened.
And honestly, that's we were not talking to the same girls by the end of it. Nothing happened. It was just like, that's the motion of the ocean these days.
What if next time you just get to like week 4 and you just address it head on and you're like, we got 2 days
it's psychotic.
left, girl.
That's psychotic. Oh, yeah. The thing is, I'm
You're
realizing
like,
there's no way to
what
save
if you just went into it in like a fun way and you're like, hey, we got 1 date left before this ends. Like, let's just make it fun.
Because that's nuts. You know how fucking weird that is to do that? Like, that's funny.
Like, if you get someone with a good sense of humor, I think.
Yeah, but that's the thing. That's the thing you think these people have, like, or these people do have a good sense of humor, but it still like falls apart. I'm telling you, some of this stuff really has got me. I have never been more confused after like living. I mean, because it wasn't like one specific person, it wasn't one specific thing. It's just like between my friends and I, like this is just the culture of it. It's so crazy.
It's every man
like
for himself.
It is incredibly selfish, yes. But whatever. You know, that's how it is. You can't. I feel like I'm getting better at bouncing back. Like now I'm like, oh, that sucks. Oh, that person doesn't want to ever be around me again. That feels good. Sad moment on the pod. But yeah, so
crazy. The seriousness always ruins relationships. It
honestly, and this is not directed towards anything in particular. It shows maturity. That's all it is. It's like if you get thrown off by the seriousness, especially when nobody has said like, "Oh, I want this to get more serious," but you like start to psych yourself out. It's like if you can't just communicate clearly, like then you got to work on that. I think that like I cannot stand, and that's why I'm kind of like when these things come and go, and like the communication isn't like really strong. I'm like, all right, whatever. If you build up the pressure of a relationship in your mind and you don't communicate to the other person that you're either getting sussed out, that you want out, and then it just kind of goes AWOL, you got to figure that out. Like that, and yeah, like if stuff like that happens, I'm almost never like, oh man, that's the one that got away. I'm like, all right, that sucks, but that person's like not in the mental space.
But honestly, that doesn't even change from single to being in a relationship. Because this actually happened to me the other day, like when I was posting about our 4-year anniversary, one of my friends who I haven't talked to in a while, like DMs me and she's like, honestly, when are you guys getting engaged? And I was just like, whoa, like I hadn't like genuinely thought about it. And then immediately, like, it went to a conversation I've had, like, with one of my friends who has gotten engaged, and she's like, the second we got engaged, the pressure of the relationship, like, it literally felt like cinder blocks just started falling on us for no reason, because then it gets, like, other people involved, and, like, it's the wedding, and it's just all about, like, other people. Like, the more you advance your relationship, the more pressure it is. And
well, of course.
It's just crazy, and it doesn't change. And I've known people who have been like with their significant other for 7 years, and then one of them really wants to move in together and one of them's not ready, and they break up. And it's just like anytime you add like an expectation of we've been going on dates this long, we should be getting dated. We've been dating this long, we should be getting engaged. We've been together this long, we should be moving in together. We should be having babies. Like, that is what ruins it, is when you're not just like enjoying it in the moment. It's like the seriousness just throws everybody for a loop, and it takes away like the fun.
Yeah, but also at the same time, your example is something that's a very, very real pressure. Where mine is like, oh, I've been hanging out for a few weeks, and like nobody said anything, and there is not an expectation for it to get more serious. But it strikes a month, and both people like obviously aren't hanging out with anybody else, and then like one person goes rogue. It's like
I still think that's serious. It's still your emotions. You can still get sad by that.
I get that, but at the same time, it's not nearly as serious.
You just have a little bit easier of an out. That's the only difference. It's like
you have a much
you
easier
getting out is a little bit like it probably takes you like a couple hours to get over it. Whereas like if someone's been in a relationship for 4 years, what was the timeline you gave? Like a third of the relationship to move on.
Yeah, you're gonna have to be out of a relationship for at least a year and a half.
Basically just celibate again at that point.
Yeah, baby. My final thing is that my friends are doing dry May, and I'm not going to do dry May, but I'm considering doing like a very like one night a week, staying in on a Friday. I'm training for this triathlon.
I thought you were going to say I'm staying in one night a week, only going out 6.
Yeah, I'm doing the opposite. I'm gonna do wet as hell May or whatever it is.
Soaked May. In the pool May.
Stop. Sopping wet May. Sopping wet May.
2 towels May.
Oh God. Either way. So if anybody else is trying, because I need to defend my title in this triathlon. I won last year for my age group.
Oh my God.
No, the age group there was like only like a handful of kids. So
you're like, only one person competed, but I won.
Honestly, that's what I thought when they announced it, but everyone had already left. I was like, oh, fuck, let's go. But I still need to defend my title. So
when is it?
I'm getting my life together. It's June like 14th, I think.
You're going to be sober when you graduate college? I feel like that's illegal.
Well, no. I'm not going sober. Oh. I'm going to lay off like a lot. And I'm going to try to eat.
Sober-ish?
No, I'm only going to drink like I'm not going to seek out.
Like you're only going to drink like a normal amount. You're going to cut back the level of alcohol.
I'm cutting back by a lot.
Drinker.
I'm cutting back by a lot. Like I'm going to do one night a week. Like I'm probably going to start staying in Fridays. Like get up and run Saturday morning with my buddies.
Welcome to our club. We do face masks.
Well, no, the thing is though, my birthday is early June, and then like the rest of the summer, it's just going to be an absolute. Yeah, that's going to be a shit.
We gotta take this summer. We gotta grab it.
I'm getting hammered is what I mean all summer.
Yeah, I support that wholeheartedly.
I don't like how you just did this, but let's go into he said she said because that got real. I mean, I thought that was a good little deeper segment there.
We're a little emotional. I feel like I just went to therapy.
They like that.
Okay,
people like that.
What's the nicest and or meanest thing someone has ever done to you?
Nicest or meanest thing?
Yeah, what sticks out?
I'll tell you the meanest thing. I'll tell you meanest thing. No, there's no ill will to this story. There's no ill will, and I'm not gonna like put any names, but and I'm not gonna say like when because I don't need to narrow it down. But I like had one of my like ex-girlfriends, and you could totally put this in. I don't care. One of my ex-girlfriends, we broke up, and then like on my birthday, she like I had asked her like if she like wanted to try again. And she said yes, but like 20 minutes before I asked her, she had hooked up with someone else on my birthday. Isn't that sad?
Well, honestly, that should make you feel better because then you know that you were a better hookup than he was. That's like the most solidifying thing I've ever heard.
But that is tough. I would say that was, but I think Girls Don't Poop was probably meaner.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I honestly can't think of one, so. Next.
What the hell? Okay, keep going. Yes.
I actually can't think of one.
That's fine. That's fine.
Do you think your room cleanliness is representative of how you're currently feeling? Because I do. Very strong.
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. But I also think sometimes it goes very opposite. Like sometimes when I feel really shitty, I clean up. But I think that there are moments. I don't know. I think like if you're a clean person, no matter how down bad you are, at some point you clean it up. But there could be moments where you let it slip if you're not feeling great.
See, I was like, yes, when I'm doing good, it's really clean, and when I'm doing bad, it's really messy. But then I just remembered, like, most of the times when I'm going out somewhere where I'm really excited to go out, I trash my room right before I
Same.
go because I try on 500
Same.
different outfits, and then I'm usually
Yes.
late and I don't have time to put everything back. And then I
Yes.
get home at night and I throw it all on the ground, and it could be the best night ever. So I guess not. I guess I just debunked my own.
Yeah, but I think there's value in that.
What are your thoughts on when your friend tells you, like, oh, that girl's cute over there? What are your thoughts on you walking up to her and being like, hey, this is my friend Tim. He thinks you're cute. I think it is the worst possible thing in the world.
Terrible.
Like, you might
It's
as
like
well
the
just
kid
leave where you are.
The kid can't speak for himself. Like, that's
No.
bad.
Right. Why do
I think it's
people
kinda-
do it so often? People do it so often. They walk up and they're like, this is my friend. It's like, does he not speak?
No, I think that there's a way to do it. Like, it's you, the first person who has no stakes at all, like who isn't trying to talk to the girl, goes up, starts the conversation, and says like, "Oh, hey, by the way, this is my friend." Like, they walk over because they were like busy or something, or like they were standing there, and you like pull them into the conversation, and then you sort of like pull back at once the other kid comes in. That can ease the awkwardness because the first person that goes in isn't trying to like really like go for the girl where the friend is. So I think that there's a way to do it, but if you go up and you're like, hey, my buddy over there thinks you're cute, and he's standing there like awkwardly, it's like, what the fuck? No, don't do that.
Hey, I think more often than not, it's not done in a good way.
No, it's not. No, it's definitely like it's a weird bit for sure.
Well,
I think it's
it.
outdated. That's he said, she said for the week. You said, I said, they said, he said, she said, we all said.
Meow.
Yeah, cut the fucking episode.
Congrats on graduating. We're so happy for you.
Thanks.
Welcome to the real world.
Thank you, everyone.
Oh,
I just know I can hear
can you?
not the Pledge of Allegiance.
Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. We love you. Please write us a review,
Bye, everyone.
comment, subscribe. Goodbye.
Goodbye.